Heavy rains are lashing California as Tropical Storm Hilary reaches the U.S. state after making landfall in northwestern Mexico. The state's densely populated south is bracing itself for what authorities are calling an unprecedented weather event with hazardous conditions and warning of life-threatening flooding. The storm has already wreaked havoc in Mexico.
Hurricane Hilary tore through Mexico's Baja California peninsula over the weekend, swamping roads and turning streets into torrents in Santa Rosalia. One person drowned in the region. As the hurricane moved north, soldiers were deployed and patrolled the flooded streets in the city of Tijuana. Hilary has since weakened and is moving across the U.S. state of California. Forecasters worry that it could bring a year's worth of rainfall to desert areas like the city of Palm Springs and surrounding regions. As roads flooded, authorities cancelled hundreds of flights out of airports in Los Angeles and San Diego. In Long Beach, people are relying on sandbags to protect their communities to keep the storm from pushing the waves past the beach.
We expect surges that are going to go beyond our beaches, that are going to come into the communities that really never seen this type of flooding before.
But just south of Long Beach, some braved the stormy conditions as Hilary approached. Some schools will be shut on Monday, and there's a state of emergency in place over much of Southern California. Officials are warning people to just stay home.
And for more on this, I'm joined by Laura Kane, journalist and radio host in San Diego. Good to have you on the program. Laura, how serious is the situation in California right now?
Hi, Christine. Well, it has been quite the weather event. We've had washed away roads. There's debris everywhere. There's lots of flooding. There's been flash flooding, especially in our desert areas. The storm just passed over Dodgers Stadium in Los Angeles, and now it's heading toward Northern California. Schools are closed tomorrow. A lot of schools were going to start tomorrow, which is Monday, and now they're not. In Southern California, they've been put off a day at least. We have evacuation orders in effect for San Bernardino County, which is in Southern California. And to add to all of that, there was a 5.1 magnitude earthquake just north of San Diego in the midst of all of this. And people have been taking this seriously, but it's not as serious as we thought it was going to be. As a matter of fact, I myself went out in the rain, in the wind to go shopping, just to see what it was like. And I think a lot of people had the same idea because it wasn't quite as significant here, but it is gaining steam as it's going north into LA and beyond.
Right, as you're saying there, you went out to see just what it was like, but this weather is very unusual for California, and indeed a city like San Diego, where you are. But just how prepared are people for what's coming?
Well, people were really warned very early about this storm. So a lot of people, they got all the waters. There was no water to be had anywhere in any stores. Everybody, when I went out today, when it was full on raining and it was windy, there were hardly any cars out. So a lot of people did buckle down, get provisions, do what they were told, stay in place, and it was pretty quiet.
Laura, this summer of climate extremes, if we can call it that, in the US, has it intensified the discussion or the acceptance of climate change?
Oh, most definitely, because this hurricane, which started in the peninsula of Mexico, gained steam because the Gulf is warm. But it continued and became a tropical storm because our waters off of California, which are very cold normally, are warming up. And that is what has spurred on the storm. And that's why it's so unusual. It smells unusual. It looks unusual. It feels unusual. It's very strange.
Laura Kane talking to us from San Diego there. We appreciate your time. Thanks, Laura.
Thank you.